Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So what we're going to talk about is how to negotiate your salary. So this is a question that is often asked in so many different, Facebook, social media platform by new grad nurse practitioner. And I think it's really important to know how to handle it and where to begin. Okay, so there are actually 6 tips that I want to give you advice. So if that's something you like, so make sure that you stay tuned and hit the subscribe button. This channel is created to give you weekly videos on practical skills and tips on mental health treatment and career advice. Okay, so what we're going to talk about is how to negotiate your salary. Number 1, do your research. So find out what is the going rate in your area and find out which setting. Okay, there's so many different settings that nurse practitioners can work at. You want to know what's the rate for hospital setting for nurse practitioners, private practice, for community mental health, or any other settings that you're going to be working at. You want to know what is the going rate, but that is just it. I just want you to know what is the going rate. Number 2, know how much you want to be paid. Based on your research with the going rate, then I want you to understand, well, how much do you want to be paid? So let me give you an example. When I graduated in 2015, I heard the going rate was between $50 to $65 per hour for an NP in my area. And that blew my mind because that was a whole lot less than I was being paid as an RN. And for me, what would be worth for me to be a nurse, to work as a nurse practitioner, of course, you want to be a nurse practitioner not just because of your own passion in mental health or your own passion to do more, but also you want to be paid your worth, right? And to me, it's like I'm giving myself a promotion, and with promotion comes more money, right? So I want you to understand, well, how much do you think you want to be paid? And to me at that time is, well, I want to be paid $20 more my current pay as an RN. So I went with that, and that is way maybe $40 more than what was the going rate at that time. And I came to my interviews with that thought, this is how much I want to be paid. Okay. Number 3, I want you to list all your skills, your experiences, and what you can bring to the table. The reason for that is if you come to an interview thinking, well, I don't really have an experience as a nurse practitioner, I really have nothing to offer, that is not true. Because most nurse practitioners have an RN experience, right? We can't be a nurse practitioner without an RN license. So most of us have some RN experience, no matter where it may be. It could be in the medical, med surg. It could be in some specialty. And for us, psychiatric mental health nurse practitioner, then it's psychiatry, right? And most of us have that psychiatric nursing experience. And I want you to make sure that you include that in your list of things that you can offer this practice or this hospital setting that you're working at. You are not going without nothing. I mean, I totally understand if you were a retail person and then went into nursing. That's totally different field, and so you don't have any experience in nursing, so that's understandable. But as a nurse practitioner, we have a lot of experience and we have a lot that we can bring to the table. So I want you to remember that. Also, you may have a lot of different certifications. You may have certifications in addiction nursing, certifications in psychiatric nursing, certification maternal mental health nursing. So these are all certifications that you can bring again to the table in your negotiation table. So I want you to list all those skills. There's also the work ethics, your personality, who you are as a person. Are you a team player? Have you been told that you do the best that you can, every single patient interaction? I mean, those are the things that you can bring to the table when you're negotiating, and I want you to remember that. Okay. Number 4 is negotiate. Okay, there's no other way but negotiate. You can, of course, you don't do premature negotiation where you're just being interviewed, you don't know if they like you yet, and then you start negotiating your rate. That's premature negotiation, and that's a no-no. So you wanna kind of, during interview, you wanna tell them, you know, your worth and who you are and what you can bring to the table. And once they start, you know, offering you the job, that's when you start negotiating. And this is how much they're offering, and then you tell them, this is how much I want to be paid. And that's completely okay. You shoot high, you aim high, and I want you to remember two things about that. So there's two negotiation. One is negotiating your salary, and two, negotiating your benefits. In private practice, there are some contractors or contract nurse practitioner which are 1099s, meaning there's no benefits. They don't even take away the taxes, so what you earn is yours, and you worry about your taxes later on. And sometimes that does not include benefits. So if it's a hospital setting, then there is benefits. So for me, my experience is I accepted a lower pay than what I wanted to be paid because of an amazing benefit package. And so that's where you want to be able to kind of which one's worth for you. And actually where I am now, after being there for a few years, this is where I want to be paid, you know, where I am now. So so it's a good starting point, but always negotiate. Some aim high, go higher until you feel that this is an okay position. Because remember, if they do not see your worth, they're probably not going to see your worth in any other ways. And if you're not happy with how much you're being paid, I'm sure there's a lot of other reasons to be happy at a place, for sure, definitely not discounting that. But you know, that's a good starting point, right? To know how much they value you as a provider and as a clinician. So that's really important. Not stop counter offering until you feel like this is what you want to be paid. Even be bold and say, this is how much I want to be paid. I cannot go lower than that. And then it's up to them, okay, to decide what to do. Do not accept anything, you know, way below than what you want to be paid. I mean, if you want to be paid $100, this is your amazing goal. But you've got a good benefit package, then maybe you can put down, you know, $10 or something like that, or $5, then that makes sense. They're offering you like $75, and that's like, that's way below what you want to be paid. Then, you know, know, and this is the number 6, know when to walk out. And I mean, this is just my experience. I never go looking for a job when I don't have a job. Does that make sense? So that you can turn down jobs, right? If that's not serving you and how much you want to be paid, then you can walk out because you still have a job. So when I finished NP school, I was still an RN for a year while doing a part-time NP private practice, and then actually moved to full-time hospital NP after 1 year being an RN. So I'd never been in between jobs, so I always have a job before accepting another job. So because then that gives you leverage that it's okay to walk out because you're not going to lose anything. You still have a job. So that's one big thing, is just take whatever is offered to you because you're so desperate to get a job. So so those are my tips. So hopefully you learned something from it, and if there's other tips that worked for you, or any other questions that you may have, please make sure to put it in the comment section, and I want to know. I actually want to ask you guys, how successful have you been in your negotiation in terms of salary and pay and benefits when you applied for a job. So please do let us know. Okay, so if you like that video, please make sure to subscribe, make sure to like, or make sure that you do the notification button so that you can be informed of new videos that come up.